Hi, I'm Christine Rasmussen here in my Los Angeles studio. Today I'm going to be talking about my painting Radiant Facade, and if you're thinking that it looks a little familiar, that's probably because I've painted this building quite a lot. I started back in 2017. I did a wine label for Imagery Estate Winery, and you can see that this fence here is in the foreground on the label. And then last year in 2019 I did a big triptych, which includes this building and a few things to the side on either side. So it's right around the corner from my studio. I really love it, and I get to see it in all different kinds of light. So it's kind of becoming my lily pond or cathedral, like Monet and some of the other Impressionists would paint the same thing over and over in different lights. And it took me a little while to realize that I've been doing that with this building. So that's why it looks familiar. I called it Radiant Facade. Again, this is a painting in the Lines Between series, and the titles are two words, the first word referring to the light, and then the second word specific to the painting. And for this one, the radiant, I really had this idea that the light is just, it's bouncing off of this building, and you get the sense that this is just a facade because you can't really see what is the building. I just liked what that was saying. The other thing I really like about this painting, and that again sort of dawned on me as I was painting it, this tends to happen to me, is that it reflects something that my mom taught me, actually. And my mom is also an artist, and when we were growing up, she just had a very specific way of looking at the world, and I realized that how I perceive the world is through some of these things that she would point out to us kids. And one of the things I remember from being very young is when there'd be a big storm, but you would see the light on the buildings, and the buildings would just be white or bright with these really dark clouds behind. And I just have a very fond memory of that, and I would notice that as I was growing up and moving to different countries. And when I left home, I find that, and I don't really have a home, so it's like the familiarity in these kinds of experiences. And I realized I was doing that with this painting. So having this really bright building, the dark clouds behind, it kind of makes it a little more meaningful for me. And I'm curious if other people would have other associations and memories. It actually works really well with this series, which is about how memory and imagination blur. It's curious that I picked these things and I started painting on them, and it was only through the process of painting that I realized, oh, this is the memory that I'm having from this scene here in LA where I've only lived as an adult.